Hello viewers, welcome to our lecture series on marketing management, and we have been talking about segmentation, targeting and positioning, and this is going to be part 6 of our lectures on the topic. And now we will talk about the targeting, but before that we should understand that why segmentation is so important. Why are we giving so much significance to this very task of market segmentation, and the first and the foremost thing which I would like to highlight here is that your targeting cannot be complete unless you do the segmentation properly, because it is a segmentation which gives us the permit to design specific marketing strategies. So, in order to have a better customer targeting, segmentation is very much required. Second is, if you are willing to make efficient utilization of resources, then of course market segmentation is something which is very important, because trial and error method cannot be used when the market size is so vast and so heterogeneous. Then without doing this kind of exercise and finding similarity of finding a market which is similar in nature, you cannot offer a product which can cater to the requirement of a customer, and you cannot ensure the satisfied customers in the market. So, if you wish to reduce the waste of marketing resources by focusing on the right audience, segmentation is the only way, and that is why market segmentation is regarded as one of the most important function of a marketer. Then it ensures, ultimately, if you look at the outcome, it is offering us a improved customer satisfaction and also the competitive advantage. Now we will talk about what exactly we mean by targeting, market targeting. So we have to evaluate and select the market segment. In targeting, what we do, we are doing the evaluation and trying to select the market segment, that yes, out of these available segments we can find this one to be the best one. Suppose if we look at market targeting from the customer's perspective, you can consider it like when we are going to buy a product and we are looking at different variants of a product available, and then out of those variants we are trying to select the one which is more suitable to my budget and also to my requirement. So, if we talk about marketers, for marketers also they are becoming aware of the choices available once the segmentation is done. So, they have choices to make, that yes, out of these available markets I can select, I can find this to be my target market. So, we can evaluate and select the market segment. It can be a single market concentration, it can be selective specialization, it can be product specialization. I will be telling you about that what exactly we do in targeting and positioning, and what are the steps in targeting, how do we resort to positioning, what do we mean by the term positioning, meaning and process, and eventually we will talk about the repositioning also. So, if you ask me about targeting and positioning clubbed together, I would say that market targeting and positioning, these are two important steps in marketing strategy processes, and it is done after the market segmentation is done. That is why whenever we talk about the segmentation, we use three alphabets acronym called STP: segmentation, targeting and positioning. They cannot be segregated from each other. Once segmentation is done, then you can find target, and once targeting is done, you can position yourself. So, they are determining that which customer segment a business should focus on and how it will create a unique market position to attract those segments effectively. So, targeting is helping us in finding the best market for yourself, that this is the unique market for me, and positioning helps us in getting the best out of that market which we have selected. So, we have to serve that market more effectively and efficiently. Now, how do we define deciding target? There are certain questions to be answered. How can a company identify the segments that make up a market? As I told you, that it is just like finding a mini market from a bigger market. From a big market, we are trying to find a mini market for ourselves. So, how can a company identify the segment that make up a market? That is called my target. And what criteria should a company use to choose the most attractive target market? These are two important questions which come in front of us when we go for doing the targeting. That how can I identify the segment which I can call that this is my market, this is the area where I would be serving. And second is, what criteria should I use to choose the most attractive target market, how to find the best market for myself. So, there are three major steps into target marketing. The first one is you have to identify and profile distinct groups of buyers who differ in their needs and preferences, and that we have already done in market segmentation. So, profiling of customers or profiling of group of customers is done by the segmentation task. Then we have to select one or more market segments to enter. This is called targeting, that out of all those available markets, I have to find the one which is my market. For instance, suppose if I talk about a cell phone, and a cell phone marketer, as a marketer of a cell phone, a mobile phone handset, I am willing to target to a customer who is basically economical in nature. I believe in market penetration. My strategy is of market penetration. I want to emerge as a common man brand in the eyes of all the customers. So, there my pricing would be done accordingly, I would position myself accordingly. So, the segmentation, I would find this the segmentation done on the basis of income level, and then I would accordingly choose the first one, that yes, I am going to deal with the customers who are who belong to either lower income group or moderate income group. I will not be dealing with the higher income group of customers. So, we can select one or more market segments to enter. At one point of time, you can also select the two markets. For instance, if I talk about the automobile industry in India, Maruti Suzuki Limited does that. They are offering products not only to common man, but also to the premium customers. They have two segments, one is called Arena and second one is called Nexa. So, they are dealing with both the segments, also to the moderate or lower segment, lower income group people, and at the same time they are not ignoring the premium customers or the customers who are willing to have a premium product or premium facility from a particular product. And then comes for which target segment, for each target segment we have to establish and communicate the key distinctive benefits of my offerings as a company, that my company is going to offer which distinctive benefit to the customers, and that is called positioning. So, target marketing actually requires segmentation, targeting and positioning, all three clubbed together, because unless we know the complete market, we cannot do the profiling, and unless we do the profiling, we cannot select the best one. So, we need to have the options available in front of us so that we can select the best one, and then we do the positioning. So, while finding a target for myself, how would I proceed? What are the ways and means to reach to my target market? So, the first step is I would start evaluating market segment. So, as a business entity, I would do the assessment of each of the segment which are available in front of me. On the basis of certain criteria, I can make use of certain criteria in doing that evaluation of market segment. Say for instance, suppose if I talk about, I look at segment size and growth, that the segment which I am somehow planning to select as my target, I would evaluate it, I would assess it on the first parameter called the segment size and growth, that whether it is a large growing segment or it is a small segment which has no growth potential. And of course, generally we always prefer that particular segment of the market which is large and growing in nature, so that there is no dearth of demand, there is no lack of demand in the market, because we wish to serve the market for long. So, segment size and growth is the first parameter at which we look for when we are trying to find the target market for ourselves. So, we would ask this question to the segment which we are going to select. The first question would be whether its size is large and it has growth potential or not. If it is growing segment of the society, or it is a growing segment of the market, or it is large enough or significant enough, substantial enough to give me the huge demand or give me the sufficient demand in the market, then of course, I would say that yes, it qualifies for being selected as my target market. So, first is the size of segment and its growth. Second is what is the structural attractiveness in that particular segment which I am going to select. So, whether the segment which I am going to select as my target, it qualifies for emerging as an attractive segment or not. So, what are the what are the parameters for structural attractiveness? We can name some of them. Although it is very subjective in nature, what may seem attractive to me may not seem attractive to you. So, some people may look for tough competition, cutthroat competition, but normally people want a market where the competition is less, where the very fewer substitutes of your products are available. So, these are some of the parameters which make a particular market more attractive, a segment more attractive. So, if we talk about the structural attractiveness of a segment, I would say that nobody wants to run in the race of tough competition, toughest competition. Everybody wants that competition should be limited when it comes to the business, cause that competition will always keep you on your toes. So, they want less competition, they want fewer substitutes, no matter whether it is you get it or not. But yes, this is something which makes your selection more attractive if it somehow qualifies these parameters. Although in this 21st century marketing, it is very difficult to say that marketer would be able to find a market which is less competitive in nature. No, not at all. Then comes, what are my objectives and resources as a company? While doing this, while finding this target market, I would always look at my own resources. I would consider if the segment aligns with my own goals and resources or not. Whether it is aligned with my own resources, whatever resources I am having with myself, with my company, whether it is going to be sufficient for this particular company or not, this particular target market or not. So, as a company, what are my objectives and resources? Of course, that changing that may be difficult for me. So, I would try to find that particular segment which aligns with my own goals and resources. And then we have to select the target market segments. So, there are different strategies a business may adopt, may resort to for selecting a particular target market segment. The first one is called undifferentiated marketing, or you can also call it mass marketing. So, here we actually it is just like putting a full stop to the entire discussion and saying that we are going to ignore differences between segments and targeting the whole market with one offer. So, we are going to offer one product to the entire market, one size fit all approach. It can be applicable for some of the products, but as of now I cannot say that we can apply this mass marketing strategy for variety of products. Of course not, because the kind of heterogeneity with which we are surrounded with, we cannot think of resorting to the mass marketing strategy. There are certain industries where you can apply it. You must be thinking which product can be of that nature where we can target the whole market with one offer. Just think of a particular product where one product can be offered to the entire market. I can give you one example. I can try to give you one example. The salt is the example of a product where you can offer the same product to the entire market with one offer. So, there is one product which can be offered to everyone. So, the salt can be a product where mass marketing can be used, where we can ignore the differences between segments and we can target the whole market with one offer. Then comes the second level is differentiated marketing, or what we call as the segmented marketing, for which we are doing this entire discussion. We have done the segmentation. So, we are targeting several segments with separate offers for each. So, we are at one point of time we are targeting various diversified segments with different types of offers for each of the segment. That is called segmented marketing. So, you must be thinking that how can we follow a strategy, differentiated marketing strategy in one market? Yes, you can do. You can offer variety of products to the entire market, to the different segments of the market according to their requirement. As I have given you one example previously of automobile industry, where one company is catering to two different segments of the society. One is the lower income group or moderate income group, and another one is the higher income group of the society. So, differentiated marketing strategy can also be used by a marketer. So, you can find more than one target for yourself, that yes, after doing this market segmentation, I could find two market segments for myself. So, there are two different markets I have got. Then comes the kind of targeting a large share of a small market segment, that you found a market segment which is not very large, which is not very attractive in terms of its substantiality. The size of market is small, market segment is small, but I am planning to target a larger share of that particular small market segment. This is called niche marketing, or we also call it concentrated marketing, where you concentrate to a small market segment, but you want yourself to be a market leader. You want that nobody else nobody else should be there as my competitor, or even if the competitor is there, the market share of mine should always be on the higher side. So niche marketing can also be used by a marketer, where you could not find that segment attractive in terms of its size, but yes, whatever size of the segment is available to you, you are targeting to have a larger share of that particular market segment. I can give you an example of this particular niche marketing is in case of the cards. When we talk about, in Indian scenario, we talk about the Archie's gallery. They are offering one card for each and every occasion. So they are having the market segment is very small. That particular market segment of cards is very small, but still they are targeting a larger share of that small market segment, and they are following the strategy of niche marketing to some extent. Then comes micro marketing. So we started a journey from mass marketing to segmented to niche, and now even beyond the niche there is a strategy called micro marketing. Micro marketing is a marketing scenario where we are tailoring products and marketing to specific individuals or local customer segments. So it is actually, you can say, the extreme of offering customized products and services to customers. So you are planning to follow a micro marketing strategy, and you are ready to offer the product to all the customers regardless of the heterogeneity, the kind of heterogeneity they have. So the extent of heterogeneity is being ignored here, and we are, in place of finding homogeneity in the given market and then crafting a strategy, marketing strategy which can ensure that my customers are satisfied with my products or services, we can resort to the micro marketing strategy, where we are somehow trying to offer a product according to the requirement of a customer. In case of services industry, in service industry this is very prominent, where marketers are customizing the products according to the requirements of each and every customer. So they are following micro marketing, and they have a strategy of local marketing and individual marketing as well. Now the question comes, while finding a target which is most suitable to me, what are the considerations, what are the significant points which I should keep in mind when I am going to decide a target for myself. So the first and the foremost thing which I would say that we should look for as on date is the ethical and social responsibility. We should avoid targeting vulnerable or disadvantaged segments with the harmful products. Don't select a product, don't select a segment where you are going to deal with the harmful products. Although there are certain industries which are still learning, but yes, if your company is believing into the ethical and social responsibility, you have positioned your company as as a socially responsible company, then you should avoid targeting that segment of the market which is there to offer some products which are harmful in nature or which are against the social norms. And the second is the competitive advantage. Always try to choose a segment where your business can develop a sustainable competitive edge. You should not select a segment which doesn't have the growth potential. That today you have selected the market, you have crafted a strategy, you have implemented, and as on date you are successful, but that market is not sustainable. So that sustainable competitive advantage should also be kept in mind once we go for finding a target for ourselves. So as we all know that market targeting or target market is nothing but finding the best of the market which is available in front of us. So whatever types of markets we have, whatever the segments we have, we can choose the best out of the segments available in front of us. So, in targeting, we are trying to find the best of the segments available for us in terms of their profitability, in terms of their affordability, and also while doing so, we look at our own resources, objectives and the policy guidelines of the company. Whatever mission, vision and goals you have set for your company, you should not forget that. Whatever resource limitations we have, amid that we should try to find a segment which we can best serve. So, it is just like selecting a product which I am there to buy from the options available, and we always keep in mind the income, the resources which are available with us. We cannot overstretch ourselves while buying a product. Same is the case of marketers. They cannot overstretch their resources. They cannot create a stress for their company's own objectives, goals, vision, mission. So, they have to find the best of the market amid their strengths and their weaknesses. So, after looking at their strengths and weaknesses and the available options, available segments of the market, we can select the best of the markets as the target for ourselves. Once we have done the targeting, the next level is market positioning, which is the third alphabet in STP. After segmentation, we do targeting, and then eventually we go for doing the market positioning. So, segmentation is like profiling the customers, profiling of customers, classifying markets on different basis, and targeting is finding the best of the market as a target out of available segments, and in positioning we have to basically establish a clear, distinctive and desirable place for my product in the minds of the target market. I want a very clear, distinctive and desirable place. I want to occupy a very unique space in the mind and heart of my customers, in the mind and hearts of my target market in relation to competing products. I want that my customer should not forget me when it comes to that particular specific requirement. So, whenever the same need arises, the customer is demanding my product only or my brand only. That is the ultimate goal of market positioning. So, it actually is defined, market positioning is defined as a process of establishing a clear, distinctive and desirable place for a product in the mind and heart of the target market. So, it is the way you can position yourself. Now, the question comes, what are the steps which are being followed in this entire positioning process? So, we have to first identify the possible competitive advantages. So, we can differentiate our products based on certain parameters. You want yourself to be recalled, to be remembered as a unique one. So, how can you position yourself? How would you do that? So, in positioning process, you have to first identify the possible competitive advantage. Now, I would give you some of the examples. A firm may differentiate their products or services based on product. Suppose I am willing to differentiate myself on the basis of the product. Then comes the role of features, quality and performance. So, I can create a distinctive feature of my brand in terms of the features I am offering, in terms of the quality of product I am selling, or in terms of the performance of the product which I am selling. So, this differentiation can be done on the basis of product also. So, while positioning, I should be very clear whether I will be differentiating myself as a marketer in terms of product or in terms of services or in terms of other parameters. So, I would be giving you all the parameters, and then you can choose from, and my dear learners, you can think of the products, certain brands who have done their positioning on the basis of their product, the quality and performance of their product, no matter what price marketers are charging, but they are doing their positioning on the basis of the quality, feature and performance of their product. Then comes services. Whether you want to position yourself as a company which is offering the best of services. Now, how to define the services, how to differentiate your services from that of your competitors. It can be the convenience of the customers, it can be the speed of the service, it can be the after sales services which you are offering. So, whether you are willing to be known as a company which offers a speedy delivery of services, or which is offering you services at your convenience, at customers' convenience, or you are willing to emerge as a company whose after sales services is unchallenged. So you can decide that, see, my own differentiating point would be services only, or it would be products only, or it would be people. I have hired such kind of people who are very much skilled into their services. I want my employees to be very friendly with the customers. So whosoever is visiting to my store, my staff is very friendly. So I want to be known as a company which is taking care of the customers' happiness. I want to offer services through skilled employees, through friendly employees, or I am willing to differentiate myself in terms of my image. So there can be a branding or emotional appeal also. So my branding can also be my point of differentiation. So you have to understand that what can be the possible competitive advantage which I am willing to create for myself. It can be in terms of product, it can be in terms of services, people, or image. So you have to understand that these options are available in front of me. Now I cannot think of or I cannot afford to offer all those all 4 points or all parameters which are here in discussion as a point of differentiation for my product, because each and every point would involve some amount of cost. So you have to choose the right competitive advantage. So when you are selecting the points of differentiation, you should always ensure that they are important for customers. You have selected the speedy delivery of your product as a point of differentiation for the customers, but your product is of that type where there is no urgency. Customer doesn't want any speedy delivery, but you have created a point of differentiation for your product, that yes, we are offering a speedy delivery of our product. So you have to decide that what is important for a customer. So you should deliver a highly valued benefit to your, not as per your convenience, but as per the significance, as per the importance in the eyes of the customers. So what is highly valued benefit to a customer, that you should try to offer as a point of differentiation for your product. Second is distinctive. You should always try to ensure that whatever benefit you are offering, it should not be common. It should not be the same what your competitors are offering. Somehow you should try to offer something which is superior to your competitors. So you have to first ensure that whatever distinctive feature you are offering, whether it is valued by the customers or not, whether that benefit is of some value, of some significance or importance to the customers or not. If it is not so, then there is no point doing the positioning. Then in that case, you would not be able to occupy the significant space in the mind and heart of your potential customers in relation to your competitors. So you have to be very sure that whatever value you are offering, whether it is valued by the customers or not, or it is distinctive in nature or not. And the third important thing which is here in the positioning process is whether you are able to communicate whatever benefits you are offering, whatever points of differentiations you are offering. So it has to be communicable. It can have that ability of being easily explained and understood by the customers. You should be in a position to explain, and your customers must be in a position to understand that yes, this is the benefit you wanted to offer, and the same we have received. Otherwise, what would happen? You are offering a service, but customer is not able to get it, and customers should afford the offering. Whatever you are offering, you should not charge that high, that in the race of doing the differentiation, your charges are as high as that your customer is not able to afford that. And at the end of everything, the profitability is the key to success. So differentiation should always lead to profitability. It should not eat out your share of profit as a marketer, because without profit you cannot survive for long. So when we are selecting the overall positioning strategy, we should understand that the value proposition, the full mix of benefits on which a brand is positioned, you should try to ask a question to yourself. Your positioning strategy must answer the question, why should I buy your product? Customer is asking this question, why should I buy your brand? So your positioning strategy should always have the answer to this question, that yes, this is the reason for which you should buy my brand. There are different ways of showing or reflecting this positioning, which I will be telling you in the next segment of my lectures on the positioning process and the way positioning is done. I would also give you some of the examples which are of immense relevance to understand the way marketers are positioning themselves. But yes, the crux of the story is that your positioning strategy must be having this capacity of answering this question, why should I buy your product? So, if a customer is asking this question, you must be in a position to answer that. So, with this I am concluding this very segment of my discussion on the topic of STP, that is segmentation, targeting and positioning. I hope you must have enjoyed this very part of my lectures on the topic. Thank you so much.